again, it's going to be smoke from either side. Connecting to the lane. They might look for the wraparound. Army Geniuses have this ward up, so... Well, that's probably going to reveal the ward placement. It's a bit awkward of him just to run away at that time. Drop it,
He
Carlo.
tried to make it not obvious. He was like, up. Oh, look, there's people here. Imagine that.
Shards, alright. Shanks can still slip on through.
30 seconds to battle.
Can protect the ward.
10 man.
No. No. Oh,
Oh, the
no.
denies
Oh,
will.
no.
Just wondering when he's actually going to go for a kill up on this top side. They don't have the level 2 just yet on the Disruptor.
Shanks might go down, and they got enough damage between the two members with their right clicks after the abilities are used. So first blood picked up for the task. Been quiet, so we're going to start to see some rotations come out with the power rune spawning shortly. Bob, of course, has his bottle to play with. Same with Yoe, is looking for the kill onto the TA. And Bob doesn't...
Carlo's hanging around. He's waiting to try and find that perfect angle. Maybe if Yoe goes for a dive a bit too deep. Looks like he'll just take out the siege creep for now.
Bottom lane, alright. Tino's going to go down, so... Genius just put the emphasis on trying to get the kill in the bottom lane instead of trying to secure the power rune for Yoe. Might be able to hold Shanks down with the Dragon Tail, but not going to be the case. So, well, I guess Bob doesn't get it to be able to refill his resources, playing with incredibly low health and mana.
He has a bunch of tangos on Carlo, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be enough. He's just going to be happy enough to... Oh, Yoe, are they going to be able to land a kill onto this one here? It's going to need to be stun into stun. He does not have a sentry to be able to play around with, so CML didn't have any delivered either. I don't know if they've got the damage for this. It's still too early. Bob's getting a decent amount out of this lane, and that's all he can really ask for.
They're going to go for it now, though, Yoe. The ultimate picked up, but the turnaround is there. Snowball to be able to dodge the arrow, but the traps are still slowing them down, but it doesn't look like they'll continue on with this attempt, so... At least they are wasting a little bit of the Elder Dragon form usage.
Yeah.
Dire's middle tower.
Top side, Carlo might be in trouble.
Drag back. 2-second stun's going to come out a little bit too late from Palos. And your Dream has enough movement speed to be able to get away. So there will not be a trade. Well, this bottom tower is taking a lot of damage as well. Tino I have to duck back into the tree line. Seymour will finally find him, but DB's a little bit too far away to be able to capitalize. So a kill for Execration. They're even able to get the Nether Ward as well.
It's the 20 gold, so not too bad. And Bob gets his bottle refilled as well. So the important thing is they're giving up kills across the map on Execration, but they're extending their net worth lead. This top side going a lot better for Palos than I'm sure Army Geniuses might have been expecting. Bot side, though, continues to be the bane of their existence. They're picking up the pace, doing what their draft was designed to do. Both tower pushing heroes playing together.
Yeah, and looking at this now with the Pugner and the Dragonite, with being able to take early towers, do we feel like there's a potential issue for Execration and how they can defend their objectives across the map?
I think the big thing is they just want to make sure that they're in a decent spot to be able to defend the 10-minute mid-tower push. Actually, they're going top here a little bit here, trying to get the free kill onto Palace, and they'll be able to land it.
First use of the Rupture from In Your Dream, and DB TPing in as well, and very nicely done. We'll see if DB what he wants to look to do now, if he's going to put some damage into the tier 1, or maybe look to connect mid with that next Elder Dragon form, and the catapult timing like you were mentioning. And I'm a bit worried that Execration, I don't think they can actually protect that. I think this will be a free tier 1 tower to go down from Army Geniuses.
Yeah, so I mean, essentially what they know is they've got about 45 seconds.
Well, nice decrypt. And they might go for Bob now. You're always going to try and bring off the damage to be able to get rid of the Templar Assassin. Even Power's getting involved as well. The 2-second stun means DB will go down. Even In Your Dream wants to connect. Who do they want to target, though? They don't have the stuns to hold Palace inside the Blood Right. He's now by himself a little bit. This is not an easy kill at all. Teen also a TP'd in, so he doesn't have the familiars to play with, but Palace is still maxed out Chaos Strike. It's enough damage to get the kill onto the Dragonite, so...
You go for this.
Yeah, they will. Palos, he's going to continue to chase. The members are starting to respawn, though, so they've got to be really cautious of how deep they want to take the attempt. There's a snowball. Sucks them in before the Chaos Bolt is able to connect, but they have still gone very far forward. As the sun sets up for the arrow as Palos finds 3 in quick succession.
And this is the thing, they've been able to respond. They knew exactly the timing that was coming through from Army Geniuses. A couple of great team fights means that this tower push isn't necessarily going to come off completely unhinged. They've still got the Siege Creep available. You've still got the Pugna with the 4 points Nether Blast mid. And you've got that Elder Dragon form available once more. So feels like Execration, they got to pick their poison. Are they going to be able to defend this? Or are they going to just try and get something in exchange with Visage pushing into the top tower?
They might also get Shanks along with the push on Army Geniuses, so another kill to add to the tally. But like we were saying, no way for them to be able to defend. So, I mean, Execration are probably pretty happy though with that last skirmish before this tower goes down. Get some gold, get some experience, hoping to try and take the stack at your Ancients before Army Geniuses can rotate there. And does look like... Oh, no, he missed. Oh, missed.
Unfortunate. Oh, he's blocked as well.
Can they get him now? Very close to some objectives, so the team can start to funnel on over. Refraction's going to buy him some time, but in the end, they will be able to get the kill.
Glimpse back.
And they're going to be able to glimpse away Palace as well, so they don't have the Chaos Knight to turn it, but Shanks is all they need to at least get the kill onto DB. Now, they're going to be cautious, because Tino's starting to get ready with the backstab. Familiars are a go. Look at the first stun, setting up for the arrow perfectly, and that'll add another kill for Execration. So even though you lose Bob, at least you're able to rectify that slightly with some of your own kills.
If they were going to do it, it would be with these 3 heroes that are paired together bottom, right? Like, right now, Tino still needs those items. He's going into the Wraith Pact for himself.
Look at Shanks' positioning.
Double stun.
Lines it up perfectly, so they'll get rid of the Disruptor. The turnaround potential. They can't aim the Mirana. Actually, doesn't have any more leap charges, so the Snowboarder dragged him further in. Kylo will go down. They did use the Rupture for the kill, so they won't be able to get anything more out of it, but Execration gonna be happy. You lose your 1-for-1. Bob's farming mid. Tino farming the Ancients as well.
They're gonna try and go for it again, though. Palace is priority number 1. If they make these movements...
Not easy. Army Genius gonna be cautious. They are starting to move down bottom, though. Really close to the Blink being picked up on your way. So the wraparound, high ground advantage, so they have so much information to play with, but the shards is off the mark. They're still going to go for it. This is really deep. And Execration, they can get out so no one dies.
Yeah, Glimpse still just the 2 points, so wasn't able to get Palace back there into the meat grinder, and that's again another use of the Elder Dragon form that's not going to result in too much.
And our mid might go down.
Actually, Bob, yeah.
Oh, man.
Shanks, good setup as well, just to be able to protect if they were looking to commit their on for it.
So could we see this Wraith Pact and Deso timing be something that Execration looked to utilize, potentially to take a fight around the pit?
Shanks. See you later. I think they can. I think the big thing that they're wanting to do is just try and force a fight around tier 1, take the tier 1, win the team fight with your items advantage, and then go for Roche, right? Okay. But you're not wanting to go aggressively super far out of the lanes, because if you do that, Bob, this is what might happen. He's cutting them fairly effectively, and they're actually going to stop the chase.
They also got a kill across the map as well. Pelos and Murano in combination together is able to bring down DB's Pugna, so slowing down some of his item progression. And Bob's also getting closer to the Desolator as well. They're all farming really nice on Execration. This is a concern because his timing's going to come out shortly, and once they get them, they're ready to go to take some objectives.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they've got about a minute left on Army Geniuses to be able to make something happen, and the downside to that is... the double damage does help things. So, Yoey, Blink Dagger, DD, Elder Dragon form. A core has to die right now.
Just which core are they going to be able to find? They do scan at the triangle. Look how Tino's farming and the ward on the high ground.
Yeah, they know. Do they know? Shanks might give up his life for it, but again, you don't really care. This is one of those situations where a support is happy to give up his life for the cause, even if it just means a couple of seconds of delay.
Oh, the Outer Dragon form's going to be used as well. I guess at this stage of the game, it's only really farming. Glimpse back, Static Storm. Should be able to deal with the Gravekeeper's Cloak, and, well, the Wraith Pact will not help out at all, so...
Execration. All on Tino. A little surprised.
Now mid lane, Yoey, he's already looking for the +1. It's a stun. Still one more leap charge to play with on Carlo. Snowball should be able to close the distance with ease. Bashard's up in a couple of seconds, and they won't even need it. So nicely done. I mean, we're okay with Shanks just losing his life on the Nyx Assassin, but now that you bleed more kills as well, you're definitely not what you're looking for out of Execration.
Able to push forward. It's going to be an illusion rune. CML looks like he'll be able to maybe catch up.
They're going to jump
and they
on
instantly
this?
take the chance.
They line up for a double stun though. Bob's going to stand his ground and look to turn it, but once again the snowball buys them time. Even in your dream, chucks out the rupture as well, so they're going to be able to bring down Bob. Are they looking for more? Can they catch up to anyone though? Palos is considering about entering. He's got the Phantasm up in a couple of seconds. Looking to try and catch Army Geniuses off guard. Might be able to get in range for the Reality Rift, but DB makes it back to his side of the map.
This is support gameplay right now. Carlo with the instant leap away. As soon as anyone tries to make an aggressive move there, Sentry Ward should be placed down. Should be able to remove this. It doesn't save the vision though.
Well, Yoe tried to tank the arrow, but a little bit too late to step in. Still even wants to consider about fighting. Gotta be cautious though. Palos' damage is something that they haven't really seen so far in this game, and well, now it'll come into play. Mega kill streak here for the Chaos Knight. And those two kills, that might be Roche. Bob's back alive.
CML has to blink on out. Feels like a pretty safe Roshan to me.
And that's all
No
you need.
static storm. Well, it's up in 5 seconds, but I don't know if you're going to be able to connect onto this one fast enough. Shanks again, just putting himself into a really risky position. Ooh, got the Tumbler's toy back, but still gets the stun.
Palos moving over towards DB's location. Army Genius is still ready to fight. Gonna try and target down with the Chaos Side at the moment. They should be able to secure the kill thanks to the Bloodseeker's damage, but afterwards, he needs to get out. Not gonna have the movement speed for the moment, but there's no catch up, however. Traps will slow him down and lines up perfectly for the arrow as well. Yoe's back alive. How much the dragon?
Kill that tower. It's on 31 health, and you've already had one person TP into this fight. They'll still be able to get it on the end of it, but it's a very risky proposition to just dive underneath that one when it was literally one hit away. CML with the super early blink dagger. He's looking to go for these saves as much as possible, but I mean, without those sentries, life's going to be a little bit difficult for him. Ends up getting rid of the life drain just with the use of the Carapace, and this is something that I feel like really Shanks excels on. You know, putting himself up there on the front lines, whether it be his Tusk, his Clockwork, his Nyx Assassin. He's great on the more ranged heroes, Hoodwink Barana, but this is where I want to see him shining.
The smoke wrap around. Pretty good position for them to disrupt the harbor. Will allow Yoe some time to be able to move out to the right side. And it's also giving them...
thing, though, they don't necessarily want the time. The net worth is continuing to grow for Execration, and that was an Elder Dragon form used for not too much. So it really feels like Army Geniuses maybe are just trying to build into their next items as quickly as they can. It's going to be the Halberd for Yoe, and then maybe wanting to go past that stage. I mean, have you got a... Oh.
They're diving the tower. DB, he's going to go DB out, but Palos just able to get in range. And now Carlo also will see CML. They drop the ward on the higher ground, so even the Tusk's going to have some difficulty with escaping. Trying to get cute with a snowball, but the Urn's going to stop the blink. CML will not be able to escape. Bob's even trying to deny the creeps to get those side blade working as well, but there we go. Blink back up. Easy kill for them to find, and meanwhile, I guess it does drag them away from the tower, so I mean, we'll see. No, I'll hold that thought, Shanks. Looking to move back into his own jungle. We'll see both the cores and Army Geniuses. Yoe's the target. He's not an easy kill, but Pelosh should be able to help with providing the damage, and oh my lord, in fact, a couple of crits and he just melts. Army Geniuses, they're going to look to try and take a fight with the smoke. So we'll have the Aegis advantage. The team's not really playing behind Bob at the moment. They'll be too late to defend the tower, but Bob...
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Are they going to try this? Not easy. CML, smoke pops. They're going to be able to get the glimpse back, but
Blink.
he just blinks away.
Yep.
And the smoke on Army Geniuses will be to no avail. They're still considering about trying to occupy this area. They're even going to drop a ward down as well, but Execration just doing a really good job playing the distance and not giving Army Genius an opportunity. I think it might be, I mean, the double hell, it really depends, right? If you can get it off before you're stunned or before Bob pops the BKBs. Bottom lane, well, if you even get the kills onto the Bloodseeker, that's going to slow down the timing. He'll try and get his own BKB off, but to no avail. Bob instantly pivots over with a haste, and now over to their own triangle as well. They're going to be quick with the kill and get out on Army Geniuses, but Carlos survivable. Has the mechanism healed to play with it. Even lands the arrow onto Yowie to the left side. So they're all going to go down. Yowie will try and TP. Familiar stuns just a bit too late. But EXECRATION are continuing just to swarm over Army Geniuses. This is getting into a really dangerous territory where they might not even get the items on Army Geniuses to combat this.
No, I don't think they will at all, and Palace has even got that Blink Dagger as well, so he's able to go for the backlines. The few fights that have gone their way have been on the back of a solid Static Storm coming out from Varij, but it makes your life a whole lot more challenging if you don't have that to play around, especially with the TA purchasing the Aghanim Shard next. You can just look to lay those ones out super deep, try and find him, and enable Palos, who should feel pretty fearless right now, to be able to just go in, instantly wipe him out.
Yeah, what a 10-2 and 4, Palace.
They tried to go back to the well with this Pugna after the success in game 1, but feels like EXECRATION have just kind of maneuvered their way around this. They know when they see an Army Geniuses Pugna that you're not going to have this aura builder.
Shanxi spotting out in your dream. They're going to turn, but they're unaware. Palace is already moving over. Pop the Phantasm from afar. He's going to go for in your dream. But a BKB will stop the stun, but it still might not be enough. The rest of Army Genius is starting to move down bottom, but Bob, he's getting involved as well. A Hellbit doesn't stop the damage. They're going to be able to swarm over them. Onto the Pugna they go. And even Tino, look at that. The wraparound will stop Yowie. He enters the high ground. They're even going to look to buy back, but this will do nothing. Yowe's going to go down inside his base. The supports might join him as well, as Bob's not done just yet. Jumping on forward, a couple more right clicks, gets the Disruptor. Now the Tusk is going to die. Multiple buybacks, but it's going to do nothing. Army Genius is 20,000 deficit. And this looks to be insurmountable.
DP with the Aghanim Shard, just trying to do everything he can while those BKBs aren't available anymore, but a stun, Shanks.
Double stun, bye-bye Yowie, and their hopes of Army Geniuses of getting a rematch. As EXECRATION, it looks like this will be their 3rd Pro Series in a row where they'll book their ticket into the Grand Finals.
Think 3rd time's going to be the charm?
We'll see. I mean, often it's said it's supposed to be, and with the form they're in, looking pretty good.
Yeah, looking fairly solid. Just no Viper. That's all I want. You know? That rich vein of form is continuing as long as they're able to play effectively as a full cohesive unit, and well, maybe they'll know to ban the Bounty Hunter. A little bit of stuff coming through as Yowie. PMA as always, given the winnable.
Oh, the tips are deserved. Did they rob? Did they get the Lotus Orb rob?
Yeah,
it doesn't matter. Fellas, dude, you can just stand strong. No care in the world. How do you even touch this Chaos Knight, nor all the other members, as the G's are dropped? A hell of a run for Army Geniuses, but it will be stopped short, finishing in 3rd place in our grand finals and our set. EXECRATION against Geek Fam.
Pretty exciting to get that result at the end of the day. I guess we probably would have said Fnatic Geek Fam at the very start of the tournament, right? But EXECRATION would have been